So in this video, I just want to give you a walk around of an awesome looking 7-seater EV. I'll show you the outside and inside of the car as well as some cool tech that it has. Hi guys, my name is Don and I'm not a pro driver. So I just want to really give a special thanks to Evo Xterra, Sir Bob Shaw, who connected me with Sir Kristoff Arcega, who was really accommodating the whole time that we were here and showed me the bells and whistles on the new luxury SUV, the Hongqi E-HS9. First of all, I just want to show you the key fob. So it looks like this. We have a button here. When you open this up, it sort of reveals the mechanical key. There we go. For the buttons, we have the lock button, unlock, close and open the power tailgate, and then remote start. To unlock the car, you will press the unlock button once, and then it opens. The handles pop out so that you can grab the handle and then open the door. The side mirror, they unfold. That's how you know that it is unlocked. If you want to lock it, then you press lock once. The handles, all of them, they just hide. And then we have a welcome light. You can see here, there's welcome light. It's just not visible here because it's daytime. You can also use the unlock button to open the windows and the sunroof. So you just press and hold. There we go. So all the windows open as well as the sunroof. It's just a bit. And then if you want to close everything, then you press and hold the lock button and then everything collapses and closes the windows. To open the tailgate, you have the button, press and hold. There we go. So that opens up. And then to close it, press and hold. There we go. Oops. All right. So for the fourth button, it's supposed to be like a remote start. But whenever I press and hold, it gives me that search function where if you're in a really large parking area, it gives you a sound, it blinks. The problem here is even if I got this to start remotely, I can't hear it because it's an EV. So you also have the auto sensing feature of the key fob. You don't really have to press anything to unlock the car. So if I approach it, it unlocks itself. And if I step away from it, it should lock. It didn't lock. Maybe there's a setting inside that triggered that feature. But anyway, it does have that proximity sensor thing. So there are 6 colors of the E-HS9. First is Glacier Silver, Polar Night Black, plus Glacier Silver. And then we have Polar Night Black, Glacier White, plus Polar Night Black, and then Glacier White plus Glacier Silver. I'm pretty sure you've seen a car that looks like this, and it looks familiar because of the two-tone effect that it has. We have these like chrome bars here that is attached to each white line of the grille. It really does accentuate or magnify the fact that it is a large grille. Still, it looks minimal. On the center here, a chrome finish that spans all the way to the hood, and that centerpiece have these red accents that, well, it just is a good match. And then below that we have your camera. On the sides we have your headlights at the bottom here. These are your low beam, and then we have another one that's for the high beam, and then we have DRLs. So these are DRLs. On the sides though, you will see this, your signal lights. And also we have accent lights as well. So these light up whenever you unlock it. So we have 6 sensors for the front. We have 3 on each side. We have 1 here, 2 here, and then 3. And then there's another 3 on that side. On that side, you can open this up for emergencies. And then we have your radar here for the front. So the E-HS9 is 2010 millimeters wide and 1713 millimeters high, and is 5,209 millimeters long. This has a wheelbase of 3,110 millimeters. For the wheels, we have 21-inch rims, and these are 265/45 R21. And the brand of the tires is Michelin Pilot Sport 4 SUV. For some reason, these look like, I don't know, razor blades that it looks like a Hurricane, to me at least. Yeah, this is nice. When you look at the sides, by default, it comes with privacy tint. So from here all the way to the back, it's tinted. So on the side mirrors, it's more evident here when it's folded. You will see the camera. Below that, we have another light. So this is like your welcome light. So that's 4 cameras, 1 on each side mirror, 1 at the front and 1 at the rear. Also here we have your signal light. The C-pillar is like in chrome finish. They have lights in them. These actually light up when you charge the vehicle so that you can see if it's charging or if it's even full charge, even from afar. So that's cool. Speaking of charging, the charging cap is found on the right side of the car. It can be opened by pressing the lid. Inside, other than the Hongqi logo, you'll find the AC and DC ports. It can take up to 14 hours to charge a car on AC and 15 to 20 minutes with DC. Regarding battery capacity, this deluxe model as well as the flagship has a battery capacity of 99 kilowatt-hour. Meanwhile, it is 84 kilowatt-hour for the executive. As for the range, you can expect around 441 kilometers for this and the flagship model, 380 kilometers for the executive. Now that's a lot, considering the size of this car. Of course, the range gets affected by factors like weight of the car, slope of the road, battery health, and other stuff. Just something to keep in mind. This EV is an all-wheel drive. They have 2 motors, 1 at the front and 1 at the back, and full disc brakes for the rear and the front. We have roof rails at the top, right? And then sensors. These are one of your side sensors. This is one of 6 sensors for the back. One of the things that might strike you is this long bar at the middle. Well, these light up. They're connecting the 2 taillights for the rear. And then we have Hongqi at the middle of this part. We have your E-HS9. And then here are the other 4 sensors that are situated here at the back. We have your reverse lights and rear fog lamps. We have the camera. We have 2 lights for your plate number. At the middle, just on the right side of this camera, we have this handle. This whole handle is a button of its own. It's grippy. There's no like recessed button. You just have to pull it and then you feel some tactile effect. Okay, so since that this is an EV, you don't have any exhaust tips. So these are just coverings. Now at the top, we have your wiper. This is like a, I don't know, like a spoiler of some sort that houses this brake light, and it's quite large. From here, it is visible that you have that antenna. On the driver's side, there's a lever. To open it, you'll pull not once, but twice. When I opened the hood for the first time, I was happy to see the whole hood being covered up. It just looks so clean. However, I was also a bit sad because knowing that this is an EV with a large hood, I was expecting it to have some sort of compartment for small things, just to make it a bit more useful. I guess the only reason you'll open this hood is to refill your wiper washer container. Before we get into the trunk, I just want to show you these buttons right here. There are 2 buttons. I'm used to having just 1 button. I think both of them are for closing. One is lock. So I'm assuming that if you press on the lock button, it still closes though. So if I press on that, it will close. You can be rest assured that it's locked. Another thing that is here, your emergency latch. We have like metal rails. I just wish that they use chrome for the whole thing. I mean, they use it anyways. It looks good though. Under this board, you raise it up. So that's a board. There's nothing to hold it in place or whatever. In here, you have like storage space. You can have more. It's actually under here. So we have like your chargers. Here is the charging gun right there. Yeah, that's a charger. Probably you'll plug something in here. So this is for the wall outlet. This is like for towing. And then what do we have here? Some sort of vest, or like reflective vest. So there is nothing in here that tells me that there is a spare tire. True enough, when I look under the car, there isn't. So, well, because it's an EV, I'm thinking it needs space for the batteries. That's just me trying to justify it not having a spare tire. All right, here on the trunk are 2 lights, 1 on each side. We have 1 here and 1 here. And then we have like hooks that holds out like so. And it says here max 2 kilograms. So we have that on both sides. This is a door that you can open. If I unlock this, there we go. So it's something that you can access other stuff. I don't know what that does, but I guess it's an EV thing. And we have that as well on the other side. Over here, you have that. And then another hook. We have 4 buttons, 2 for each seat on the 3rd row. This is how you fold it, and then this is how you fold the other. I wish that they would just have it as a toggle. So if I press this, I don't have to press and hold, because I have to press and hold the whole way, and it does take some time before it goes down completely. But nevertheless, that's how you fold the 3rd row. I like it. I like that it's folding electronically. That's now the 3rd row seats down. If I fold the 2nd row seats down, so we really don't have the official numbers of the size of the trunk when the 3rd row and the 2nd row seats are folded down. But this is a lot. I just noticed that whenever you lower the seats down, the headrest for the seat will just collapse. For the headrest to be in this position, you have to raise it up manually. On the 2nd row, it really looks comfortable here. We have a lot of space. Well, we can still adjust this. This is the closest, and there's still a lot of room for the passenger on the front row. And this is giving space to the 3rd row if ever that's folded up. We have vents on the middle. We have 1 for each side, and you can close that. We have controls. So this, it turns off the AC as well on the 1st row. If I turn this on right now, it also turns on the AC on the front row. Okay, so that turns it on. If I turn it off, there we go, it turns off. I guess this controls the 1st row as well. I'm not entirely sure on how to use this yet. We also have vents on the seats for the 2nd row. So we have 1 here, and also for this side on my side. So these are apparently heated seats because it's getting hotter. Yeah, my short's on fire. Sorry. Yeah, that's a wrong move. But you can feel that. I wish it was colder air that was coming out from here. Anyways, we have controls here. We have the blower, and then we have that controls the vents here, by the way. So we have 1 here on the sides on each pillar. If I set the blowers to just the feet, we still have 1 here. It's just minimal though. Here, totally none. After a while, oh no, there is, but it's minimal. And then if I change this, you can feel the blower right now a lot more than, you know, when it was not pointed at your face. So that's the AC for the 2nd row. Below that, we have like your phone holder. Let me see if I could, yeah, there we go. And then we have this actual sockets, 220-volt socket, and then 12-volt socket, 2 USB-A type ports. This one is hook. You have 1 here, both sides. We have leather material here. So this is the handle for the door. And then we have lights whenever you open the door. So we have lights there and lights at the bottom as well over here. Here we have speakers. Speakers. Oh, this is plastic piano finish. Ah, yeah, because that's 1 whole piece right here. Leather. And then here we have 2 switches for the windows. So we have here for this side, and then we have 1 for the other side. So I can control the window on that side as well. And that goes the same with that side. The person sitting there can control the window here. We have the handle here. It's all white. So it's following the theme of the seat, where it's like black or gray, dark gray, and then white. Here we have, on the doors, we have storage. Can I fit my phone in here? No, I can't. So it's like suede. That's the material. And then here we have bottle holders. Here we have like courtesy lights. So this lights up whenever the door is open. So at the back of the front row seats, we have this kind of black finish. And then here it says Hongqi. And then at the bottom, we have this, I don't know, maybe for newspapers. So here are the seats. We have the same thing as that of the first row, wherein this is dark Alcantara and then white leather. So you can adjust that right there. You can adjust this one as well. I can't. There we go. There we go. Okay, so, and then here is your armrest with cup holders. There we go. Here we have additional storage. At the top, by the way, we have your handles. So we have 4 handles all around. Then we have lights here, light. There we go. You would think that these are speakers, but they're actually mics, because from here I can say, hey Hongqi.
Hi.
Open the sunshade.
Sunroof sunshade is opening.
Cool. Hey Hongqi,
Hi.
close the sunshade.
Sunroof sunshade is closing.
Okay, so it's quite impressive that it knows, because if somebody says, hey, Hongqi, over there, I hear speakers getting louder there versus if I was the one requesting. Awesome! So to get to the third row, there is a lever. It's similar to that here. You just pull it and then it will be in this position and then you push towards the front. And then I get into the third row. It turns out that you can still use this to get to and from the third row. We have top tethers for ISO fix. So that means we have ISO fix here. Right there. There, we have those. So I just adjusted the second row seat to the farthest. And this is what I have. It's not comfortable here. It's really there. But my feet surprisingly fit under here. Okay, so that gives me enough room here and enough room for the second row. One thing to mention here is once you get to the third row, the flooring here is a bit higher. There's no tunnel, but my knees are in this angle right now. There's no more Alcantara here. It's synthetic leather. I'm lucky because my head, that's like about 1 inch because it goes downwards, right? It's this thing is almost touching this. So when it comes to height, it really isn't that much for adults. It's more for maybe small adults and children. But for the leg room, this can still be adjusted. We have controls as well for the AC right here. If I turn it on, there we go. Here is your blower. Here is for your temperature. And then here we have controls for the vents right here. It's quite amazing to know that there are vents because I can feel it here on my fur. Here, I can feel air coming out from here. That's awesome, right? And I have vents here. So this is towards my face. True enough, it does say that if I change this, it should be off here and there's still air for my fur. What do we have here? Speakers. Can I still say, hey, Hongqi?
Hi.
Oh, so here is the, yeah, I can hear something. Where is that? It was loud.
Not saying anything. I'm going back first.
What the hell? It's loud. Hey, Hongqi.
Hi.
See?
This device does not have this skill.
Oh. How about here? Hey, Hongqi.
Hi.
See? You don't hear it here, you hear it here. I guess the mic and speakers are in this housing. I'm not sure. But it hears me well. It knows where to reply. Anyway, both sides have lights. We have light there as well. The vents are the same. We have, it's like a pocket, but there is a USB port here. And then we have another one right here. Okay, so it means that you don't really need any 12-volt socket here because I have charging ports here. Awesome, all right. So here are your seat belts. You can tuck them away here. Let's go to the front row. Just a quick one. Under the first row seats, you'll see ambient lighting. So it's the same ambient lighting that you see here. And under that, you have vents. Another thing to note on the doors, when you close it, it does that for you automatically. So if in case that you didn't close the door 100%, it will do that for you. One of the things that I'm really fascinated about with my car was the easy entry feature. But here it takes it to another level. Here's why. So if I press the start button, even the steering wheel moves. That's awesome, right? It's the same ambient lighting color that you find here and then over there. That light is also reflected on the passenger side on the first row. Now, before I get into the car, here we have the same sort of like design from the second row. So this is leather, this is piano black finish, and then this is leather, and then this is plastic, and then we have leather. This white thing is leather. This one is plastic, of course. And then we have your storage with like felt. Again, same as the one on the second row. We have like a bottle holder. And then we have speakers. Speakers just beside the door handle. On the driver's side, we have unlock and lock buttons for all the doors. Then we have your controls for the windows. And just below the window controls, so right now they're off. When it's orange or yellow, it's activated. Now, what this does is when it's on, you can't open the doors from the inside because it has an icon of a lock and a child. So it's child lock. So for the seats, I can say that these are comfortable seats. They're a mix of synthetic leather and Alcantara. So this is leather, this is Alcantara. Your diamond stitching here. And we have adjustments here, like so. And then when you want to release it, there's no more locks at the bottom. You just press this and it goes down. We have your butterfly headrests. We have pillow right there. And then we have adjustments for the seats. So we have, this is for raising this part and then moving forward and backward. And then we have your recline. And then that's for the backrest. And then your height for the seat. And then for here, we have like a clip here. It adjusts like that. So maybe for taller people, but that's, yeah, that's nice. So this is for the lumbar support. Now, I was used to just two-way, where it bulges and then it goes in. This time, when it bulges, you can adjust where it bulges. Is it at the top or at the bottom? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I can feel that. So for the adjustment for the passenger side, we have the same. We have to move forward and backward and then raise the seat. And then we have for your backrest. And then, but we don't have something that makes this go up, the front portion of the seat. It does have this and lumbar support. Now, does this have, yeah, it works. So the lumbar support controls are the same as that of the driver's side. So here we have two screens. One is my cluster and then one is for the infotainment system. It's a seamless panel of glass, but this is more of aesthetic, at least for this model. And here we have a dedicated screen just for your AC. And on top of that, we have like engravings of Hongqi or writings there, Hongqi. Okay, so depending on the position of the steering wheel, you can't see all of them. I guess it's more of a preference type of thing. There we go. Yeah, now I can see that a lot better, but it's blocking some parts of the screen here. Anyway, that's just me. So we have AC vents here. We have one here. Here is for the passenger, and then another one here for the passenger, right? For the driver's side, we have a compartment here as well for coins and whatnot. Other than that, we have, again, your mic here, a handle. Yeah, that's moving. We have your visor. Okay, that's just it. And then your mirror with lights. Again, I like this because there are no lights here, but when you open that, you have lights. For the passenger, we have the same stuff. For the visors, we have your auto dimming rear view mirror. So here we have a notch that houses your sensors. And then here on the left side of it, we have a micro SD right here. So it says here, micro SD. That makes me assume that I can record whatever's being seen on camera. Yeah, that makes me assume that here. Comes with this, so a micro SD card. All right. And then at the top, we have your sunroof. Yeah, so that opens that. It just gives you some breathing room. And then I pull it again. Now it opens all the way. All right. Okay, so I have to pull that manually. Otherwise, it doesn't. That kind of sucks. I was hoping to just push or pull once and then it will do its own thing. Anyway, that's that. So here's for the sunshade. Yeah, it's the same thing. Technically, will not use this anymore. You'll just say, "Hey, Hongqi,
Hi.
open the sunshade."
Sunroof sunshade is opening.
There we go. So I won't use this in this car. I'll just use the voice control. We have lights. Oh, okay, cool. Look at that. If I touch on this, whoa. So these are capacitive buttons plus lights. And then here we have light as well. That's like for the operating room. It kind of reminds me when I'm visiting the dentist or something. That's the type of light that I'm seeing. Here's for your door indicator, SOS. Yeah, nothing. Here's for the rear. Every light on that side turns on. 4 lights on the second row and third row. Moving over to the center console, we have your hazard button. Okay, and then we have your shifter. By the way, the shifter has a lock. You can see here, we have a lock. Of course, even if I press the lock and start the shift, I can't because I need to step on the brake. And then here's the lock. And then let's say go to D. There we go. Now that's D. So here we have neutral. And then when I press on reverse, here's reverse. You will see this. So that is the 3D or ABM with the rear view automatically being shown. Going back to the shifter, if I press on P, there we go. It tells you that you are in P. Other than the park here on the shifter, we have your electronic parking brake. So to release that, I step on the brake and then activate. All right. On the right side of the shifter, we have a button for the glove box. So if I press this, how cool is that? I like that. It makes the glove box here actually look cleaner. There is no something that you can pull, but rather you just have to push this button. At the middle, we have cup holders. If you can see here, you can adjust the height of the cup holder if you can push that. But the problem is, if I push this all the way down, you hear that click, but I can't make it go up again. And then here we have your center armrest. And again, we have white and red accent. Same thing that you find on the hood. If I open this, ta-da, I like that. And then we have these like felt. We have like a shelf for your cards. Yeah, it looks like a pocket for the cards. And then here is just another compartment. There is no Aircon vent here inside. Along with that are 2 USB ports. One is Type C and one is Type A. And I really love the fact that there is a Type C because it makes it future-proof. This is an EV, by the way. It's the way of the future. All right, so under the center console, we have something here that is getting common nowadays. We have compartment here with the 12-volt socket here. So it's hidden from sight. On the AC controls here at the middle, at the very top, we have like presets, right? So we have baby, and then haze, and then smoke. Okay, so if I press smoke, it assumes that I'm smoking. This is the only window that will open. The sunroof will actually open as well. So if I turn off that and then go to haze, it's just a set of presets with AC and I guess windows. So we have casual, refresh, and nap. And then we have beep. I guess this is for when you're pressing the AC controls. And then we have brightness. So that's day, night, and auto. And then this is how you set the brightness manually. All right. So that's the top. Let me decrease the speed of the fan a bit. All right. There we go. So we have steering wheel. It's for heating the steering wheel. And then we have defogger for the front. We have defogger for the back. This is your recirculating air. Usually I'm used to this icon and this icon. An icon of a car with arrows passing inside the car, but going outside the car. So this is new to me. There's arrow going from the front of the car and then there's an arrow going to the back of the car. Anyway, that's new to me. Here is 3 lines, like it's going that direction and then one in the middle. But if I press this, it's always taking me to the mode of the air just going inside the car, not going outside the car. I don't know what that is, but I'll just return it back to recirculating. Front and center, we have your AC control. So this is dual climate. So here we have 19, 19.5, 18.5. So it has that 0.5 increments. And that is independent from that of the passenger. That's why it's dual climate. We have the fan speed here at the middle. That's how you set that. We have your vents. I believe these are vents. Yeah, these are vents. And then that's for the front because here at the bottom, we would find middle right here, right there. Now, if I change anything here at the middle, let's say if I turn it off, now I'm at the middle, right? If I press off, it's like I'm turning it off on the front as well. So that's not good. And anyway, that's how it is. Going to the third, right now it's off. If I want to turn it on, I just tap on this part, and then that turns on the third row. Okay, so I turned it off right now. There we go. And if I turn off the third row though, it's still on for the front row and second row. Auto is just, well, it's auto. So here, if I tap on front, it's the only option that gives you these icons or sync, right? If I sync, then it syncs. The passenger will follow whatever is on the driver's side. It also gives you settings for memory. So the passenger has memory settings. So if I change, okay, so a better example so that you can see, if I change this right now to, first of all, before I do that, seat icon with the settings. If I tap on that, it gives me like modal window of some sort where we have heat. So if I press on that, of course, there will be heat and there are levels of it right there. You can see that. Of course, I want to turn it off. All right, so if I want to save it, I just tap. It's quite long and you would see that. You would hear that and then there's a check mark. So I've saved this seat here. If I go to this part and even adjust my steering wheel right there. For the side mirrors, if I change the side mirrors, I don't know if you could see that. And I tap on memory right now, memory 1, because I saved that. There we go. So everything goes back. So there are 3 variables that the memory setting saves. It's the seat, the steering wheel, and your side mirrors. So that's cool. So other than that, we have the trunk. If I tap on this, then the trunk opens. So you can see there it's opening. And if I tap, it says here paused. If I press and hold, then it's closing. All right. And then we have the AVM. The AVM, when I tap on that, then the infotainment screen changes to the camera. Here, we're now at wide view and it's showing the front automatically. If I change to 2D view, we have this view right here. It's like split screen. I have the 2D view here, and then we have the wide view at the right. We have 3D view, which is like 2D view plus the 3D view right here, all right? And then we have setting. The settings are dynamic trajectory, object detection, blind spot filled, and then obstacle reminder. Sensor setting is like obstacle reminder, sensor alarm volume, and this is where you set that alarm volume. This is, I guess, when you're getting nearer, when you're reversing, getting nearer to an object or a wall, that's the alarm that will set off. Yeah, so if I go to 2D view, then rim view is available. So rim view is awesome because it shows you the sides of the car. So it splits in 2. This is the left side and then this is the right side. Now, if I go out and say that, so yeah, this is rim view right there. Here, so that's the rim view. I really like this because, yeah, it sort of gives me a better view of when you're parking parallel, right? When you're near a sidewalk and you want to be straight. I don't know why all cars don't have this. I hope this will become a standard in the future. Okay, so going back to setting here, blind spot filled. The reason why the car is invisible is because of that. Now, right now, if I go to 3D view, now you get to see the whole 3D model right there. To be honest, when I set blind spot filled, it's still blind spot because I don't get to see what's under the car, right? It's still blacked out. In any way, that's that. And then we have APA, which is Advanced Parking Assist. Now, I tried this earlier and it makes me believe that this car actually auto parks in some way. Again, it's questionable if it's useful or not, but I did try it. I can't seem to make it work. Maybe because just like in lane keep assist systems, wherein it wants to steer for you, it needs to detect that there are lines or markings on the road. And in this case, it needs to detect that there are markings for parking. That's how I'm seeing this, or I might be doing it wrong because I never got to make this work. Because right now I'm in a place where there are no parking lines. And then we have HDC, which is hill descent control. And then we have another one, which is here you can see there is this yellow thing. It's like an icon of a car with off. Icon of a car with a winding road. So that's like ESP. I don't want to turn that off. I think it's safer that it is on. Going on to the fun part where you as the driver, we get to control, well, the steering wheel. Well, first of all, it is leather wrapped. We know earlier that we can have this heated. We have controls here on the left side and the right side of the steering wheel, and we have your horn here. One thing I do enjoy here is adjusting the tilt and reach because I can, here's the reach, and then here's, let's say, you can tilt it higher or lower. You can do it electronically. And it's cool that it is electronic because it's part of the memory settings. Other than the seat and side mirrors, you can actually save the position of the steering wheel. I really like that. I really do. Moving over to the left side of the steering wheel, we have controls for your cluster. Right now, it's in fault inquiry. The way I would toggle my views is, let's say here we have accelerometer, we have TPMS, so right now that's the tire pressure, AEC, average energy consumption, fault inquiry, so right now there is none. I have menu here. I can adjust the backlight of the cluster. So if I hit OK, there we go. Press this toggle thing right here. This is the OK button, by the way. And then I can raise the brightness of the cluster. I hit OK. And then I can unfold and fold the mirror. So if I hit OK, there we go. So we're folding the side mirrors right now, and then unfold. No, unfold, unfold, unfold. There we go. All right. And it gives me an icon of that. Here is where I can adjust the side mirrors as well. Traditionally, it was here on the driver side along with the controls for the windows. Here, it's on the steering wheel. So here I can have adjust mirror left or adjust mirror right. So I'll try adjusting the mirror here on the left. If I hit that, I have controls here. So I can adjust by scrolling up or down, and then here both of these buttons are left or right, so I have to press and hold. Oh, that's a max here. There we go. Right. Also here on the cluster, you can see that I don't have a seatbelt, and each of those seatbelt indicators are representing the 7 passengers here on the car. So that's impressive. So my wife is sitting right now on the passenger seat and she's filming me right now. I noticed this. If she sat properly, the car will sense it and it will turn red because she doesn't have her seatbelt on. And anyway, I don't have my seatbelt on. The car is sensing that I am here. If I put on my seatbelt, then here we go. And then here we have like your information on the cluster. Here, this 0 thing is my speed. Here is gear. So right now I'm in park. And then here we have battery percentage. Here is your distance or your kilometers based on your battery, and then 1 is your odometer, how far the car has traveled already. And then we have comfort here at the bottom, on the bottom right. So that's a drive mode, comfort. So if I press this right here, the car with the M, and then I can start scrolling. Sport, there we go. So you can see that there is like some sort of animation going on there. And then all road, and then gives you like all road effect there. So each one of them gives you some sort of like a special road animation of some sort. How about eco? Okay, here's eco. There we go. Eco mode enables some functions disabled or restricted to increase endurance. Let's go back to comfort. Yeah, that's pretty much for the controls here on the left side. On the right side, we have your phone, if you have your phone connected. And then here is like, it goes to different sound sources, right? And then double press. Here's radio, and then going back to no play content. And then we have your seek buttons right here for radio stations or next track if you have your like MP3s. Voice controls. So this is the same thing as saying, hey Hongqi.
Hi.
Here's the mute button, and we have your volume right here. So you can see that the multimedia thing here. Yeah. Here we have your adaptive cruise control. Actually, on their manual it says super adaptive cruise control. So I'm assuming it is super because we have a control stick just for adaptive cruise control. So it's super adaptive cruise control. And anyway, so that's how you activate that. Resume, set, and then cancel, on, off, and then here is your range. Like so. Activated. So right now that's activated, and then if I want to cancel it, unactivated. Off, left, and then right, and then here is auto, left, and then right. Okay, park light, left, and then right. And then this is low beam, left, and then right. And then this is high beam. So if I press high beam, steady high beam, left, and then right. All right. Now it's off. This is brake, going left, and going right. This is hazard. Okay, and then auto. This is brake, going left, going right. Okay, and then this is park light. This is brake, going left, going right. All right, and then this is low beam, brake, signaling left, then signaling right. Okay, and then this is rear fog lamps, and then this is reverse. So that's reverse. I don't know if you can see this. This is activating the rear wiper, and then here the switches for the sensitivity of auto. We are now on off, then auto. So that's auto, and then we have low. It's just a constant speed of low, and then constant high speed. All right, and then auto is I need to set or change the sensitivity because it has auto sensing, rain detection. If I want to make the wipers like in maintenance mode, I just press stop, and there we go. Because at the default state, you can't raise the wipers when they're not in this state. We have 5 icons on the left. We have Navi or maps. Right now we're on maps. We have Navi and then weather. I can't make it turn on its own because I need connection. I don't have connection here. Right here, it says like connection and it has an X. Moving on, we have music, local music, radio, video, and gallery. And we have gallery for your pictures. I don't have a USB, I didn't bring it. And then we have video, we have radio, we have local music. Again, you have USB 1 and 2. You have music as well, online music. So that's your music. We have call list for your phone if it's connected via Bluetooth. And then we have contacts, dial, and then settings. So system settings like Bluetooth device list. This is how you connect to the infotainment system. Another step here is going to the, what is this? It's like HS9 icon. Here we have system settings. We have display and brightness. Here we have brightness. I can set the brightness of the infotainment system here. And then display mode, that's auto, day, night. And then screensaver, mech or digital. Oh, font size. Okay, so we can have Chinese, Norse, English. And then we have standard and large. What is standard? Oh, okay, I like standard. Font size, sync. Theme settings. So we have technology right now. We have simplicity, switching theme, and it's also switching the theme here. In order for us to see this clearer, there we go. So that's a theme. I hope you could see that here. So it did change the theme from technology. So again, going back to technology, this is how the theme changes. So it's like purple. And then we have sport. Okay, so one thing to note is they have different colors. They have the same layout. The third part of the screen here in front of the passenger, the color changes as well. So that's part of the theme. So simplicity, it goes to green. If I go back to technology, everything goes to purple. There we go. So that's display brightness. What else do we have? Screen on, off, IC display settings, cons, and then Hongqi logo. Where is this? Eye protection mode. If I turn this on, I guess this is for some people that have other visual requirements. So this is an option, an accessibility thing, right? Connection. So this is data, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So they're all open. Audio. And then we have volume. When I tap on volume, you have media, SOS, phone, and then voice. I guess this is for, yeah, let's check that. Hey, Hongqi.
Hi.
Can I increase that? Hey, Hongqi.
You don't seem to be
Oh my
speaking.
goodness. Holy crap, that's loud. Oh my god. Sound field balance. I guess this is where, yeah, this is the center of the car right now. It's pointed at the center. You can change that. What else? Sound effect settings, normal, equalizer, driver's priority. Yeah, you have those options right there. Alarm tone, high, middle, low. Pedestrian warning tone. I guess this is for, I remember my wife mentioning to me when I was reversing that she can hear something. So that's for other people around the car to know that this car is reversing because it's so quiet, right? As an EV, it is quiet. We have VR set, voice recognition set. I thought it was virtual reality. Voice wake up, so it's on. That's when we say, hello, Hongqi. And then we have voice broadcast seeing equals saying. voice broadcast sound. I guess this is the Hongqi assistant, if it's female or male. If I tap on male, let's say, hello Hongqi, or hey Hongqi.
Hi.
There we go, that's a male. And then continuous interaction up until 10 seconds,
You
30
don't seem
seconds.
to be speaking.
Okay, continuous interaction, that's currently disabled. We have an option, if I enable that, we have an option to say 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and then 1 minute. We have ComSet, GPS sync, time and date, GPS sync. So that's your time, GPS location service, USB upgrade. About the system was, here's the about the system. We have like software version, right? And then here we have restore system settings. We don't want that. Security. Now here we have positioning data, navigation. So they're on. Vehicle condition data, voice data. Okay, anyway, moving on to vehicle settings. We have comfort, glove box, password. Really? You can have password for glove box. I don't want to fiddle with that. Convenient access, wiper check position. So if I toggle this on, yes, I don't have to turn it off and swipe the wiper to miss. We can do that without turning off the vehicle. That's awesome. Then I untoggle it. Windows auto closing when raining. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Secure unlock. When was unlock being secured? Auto fold after lock up. Yeah, that's the side mirrors when they lock. Outside mirror tilting down. Ah, okay. Now, if I hit reverse, it will tilt. There we go. Awesome. Okay, unlock when approach. Vehicle towing warning, and then ritual. Ooh, there's a ritual. I don't know what that does, to be honest, but it's sounds spiritual. Anyway, drive and safe. Driving mode. So we have driving modes: comfort, sport, eco, all road, off road, custom, extreme. Ooh, extreme. Let's do that. Introduction to extreme mode. The extreme mode is an extended mode of sports mode, which can provide users with ultimate power characteristics, which is more powerful than the sports mode. So that's, whoa. Failed to enter extreme mode. Please switch to sport mode first. No, never mind. It looks scary. But for those who wants to go fast, yeah, this is it. Oh, okay, here we go. We have cruise function. So here it says adaptive cruise control. Right now we're on super adaptive cruise control, right? Super adaptive cruise control. That's what it means. You know, if you want to go lame, just go into adaptive cruise control. That's it. So we have super adaptive cruise control, which means the advanced cruise system has the function of automatic following and steering assist, which can keep the vehicle driving along the lane center. The system is only a driving assistance. Please don't rely on it too much and be ready to take over at any time. Okay, by the way, the steering wheel has hands-off detection. So that's one of the things that it tells you not to rely on. But I think super adaptive cruise control is like integrated cruise assist. That's what I'm used to calling that. So it steers for you in some way. Anyway, automatic parking, we have that. BSD, blind spot detection. All right. Lane departure warning and lane keep assist. Of course, let's have that enabled. And then we have modes like alarm and alarm plus core. What? Yeah, there we go. So it's, in any way, it's alarming you if you're not on the lane. Sensitivity, we have high, middle, low. Rear cross traffic alert. Yes. This is awesome. This is awesome. Front collision warning and assist. Mode, alarm, sensitivity. All right. Rear collision warning, speed limiter. We have smart LSP and then manual LSP. I'll just have smart. And then we have drive fatigue alarm. Okay, that's cool. Door open warning. Yes, that's also cool. Because of the limited time that I have with the car, and there's a lot to really cover with this car, I would really want to demo all of these driving features and safety features. Well, it looks like that I will have to do this in another video. So if you enjoyed this walk around so far, please feel free to hit the like button and please subscribe. That will notify you once I get to upload the video that I will be test driving this in the future. So moving on to LED setting, we have ambient light. Okay, so if I hit ambient light, so right now we're not in ambient light. No, there we go. Okay, so I have ambient lighting. So it doesn't follow the theme. I can change this to a different color. And you can see that on foot area of the passengers and for you as well. So you can change the color from here. So there is a setting for that, and you can have different settings, I guess, for each drive mode that you have. Yeah, so that's vehicle settings. Now we move over to the charging. So we have charging status. This is what we get. Cover. What's cover? Okay. So it opened the cover on the right side. So if I tap on it again, and it closes that. We have charge time. So we have fixed times or start time. So it's like, even if you hook the charger on the port, it doesn't charge it, you can set the time here. Limitation, you can set that to highest is 95. And then we have EC. This is energy consumption. Can I assume that? This is energy consumption. And then we have settings. So low battery reminder. And then we have battery reminder 15% all the way up to 40%. All right. It looks like these are all the apps that you have. 5 of them. It doesn't seem like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is supported, but either way, it's a good system. That's all I can say. It's a really good default system. So if you're looking for a luxurious SUV electric vehicle, the Hongqi E-HS9 is definitely something worth considering. The Hongqi E-HS9 comes in 3 variants: the Executive, Deluxe, and the Flagship. This is the Deluxe, and it costs 5,380,000 Philippine pesos. And again, I really want to thank Evo Xterra for lending me this car, and I hope they will give me another chance to test drive this in a real world scenario and test out all the safety features and all the cool stuff that it has for driving. Special thanks to Sir Bob Shaw and Sir Kristoff Arcega for giving me a chance to spend time with this really luxurious car. So if you would like to get one or want to see one in person, I'll put the details in the description below and somewhere here on the screen. Again, thank you so much. Hanggang sa ulitin, kita-kits.